Katrina.
I'm Gina.
I'm Christina, and we're the
Gorgeous
Gorgeous
Geeks.
Geeks. And it was requested that we talk about the cast of Man of Steel. And we were waiting for the announcement of Lex Luthor, but it's taken a long time, so we're just going to do it anyway. Hopefully they don't announce it tomorrow, and we're like, darn it. But, here's to eventually.
Yeah.
But as of what we know right now, we suggested Henry Cavill.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
I would like to think that someone in the casting department saw our YouTube video and said, you know what, those girls are brilliant and they're absolutely right.
Or they could have just watched the Tudors and said, my goodness, that man is fine, and said, we have to have him as Superman.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I know some people, well, I know some diehard Smallville people are like, why isn't Tom Welling doing it? Get over it. And I know some people are complaining maybe he's not tall enough or built enough. I'm sure he'll bulk up.
So happy with
Dean
this
Cain
choice.
was a great Superman to me because he was so yummy.
That makes him a super great Superman because he's yummy.
All
come on.
Kryptonians are yummy. They taste like cinnamon bun ice cream.
He was just so, but he was only 6 feet even. He was only 6 feet even, so they had to cast, and they kept casting shorter people so that he looked taller than them, which is something that Hollywood does all the time.
Right.
All the time.
I heard the argument that, I usually don't like when people, some changes are okay, but sometimes changes do bug me, but I heard someone make the case that Superman being this 200, something pound guy who's like 6'3" or whatever, working at the, being that big of a guy and working the Daily Planet at a desk across from Lois and all of these investigative journalists, and them not seeing that he's Clark Kent and that's Superman is a little crazy.
Yeah.
So, maybe this makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well, one thing, Chris Nolan's name's tagged to this, and he did such a good job of making a realistic, as realistic as you can, version of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what people were kind of wanting as far as the next Superman movie. And so I think, I trust Chris Nolan.
Well, I know a lot of people didn't like Sucker Punch, which I don't understand why so many, I can understand how it's not your cup of tea.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought visually Sucker Punch was great.
I liked Sucker Punch.
I liked the movie. I'm the type of person I like for my endings to be happy. I like to feel good when I leave the movie. I don't want the bad guy to win. I don't like gray area. When I want to go to movies to escape, I want to feel good when I leave. If I don't feel good when I leave, I feel like I wasted my money. And normally, but I wasn't unhappy with the ending with Sucker Punch.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people might have wanted her to escape too or whatever, but
Let's not spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but I liked it.
I liked it.
And I like Zack Snyder, so I believe in what he can do. And
if a person can write as good as they direct, I think that is a great.
But Sucker Punch was his own original thing. We've seen him do other people's work, and I think he really respects material. So I think Man of Steel is going to be a really great movie. Now, other people who was casted, Amy Adams is playing Lois Lane.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, this is what I said. Okay, there's 2 different versions of Lois. There's the movie Scream Lois Lane, that Margot and that Kate did, and then there's the.
You cannot compare Margot and Kate and I think they're different. Every actress kind of puts her own spin on it.
Okay, well, let me put it this way: there's a different Lois between the movies and the comic book Lois. To me, I have not seen the only interpretation, the best interpretation of Lois Lane from the comic book is Erica Durant. Erica, I don't care if you don't like Smallville. I don't care if you don't like Erica. You cannot deny that she was not the closest.
Besides Smallville taking many liberties with the material, that's a writing issue. But Erica was
Lois.
Maybe will forever be, I don't know, the greatest Lois Lane.
Period.
Unless you like watching a cartoon or something with Adventures of Superman, who I was very fond of the Lois on that show too.
Terry Hatcher, yeah.
No.
Wait, hold on.
I meant the cartoon.
Oh, you said the cartoon.
Not Lois and Clark. But you know, I did. Really,
I like
Terry Hatcher.
I like Terry Hatcher too.
Terry Hatcher.
I like Terry Hatcher too. But Erica Durant was spot on. She was spot on. It felt like I was like they pulled her out of the comics at times watching her on Smallville.
Yeah.
She was spot on. Now that I just can't see anybody topping that. I like Amy Adams. I've seen numerous of her movies and everything, but I just can't see her topping Erica Durant.
But you know, I think she's such a great character actor. If you watch something like Enchanted, like even her gestures with her hands, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was absolutely perfect.
It was.
Because when you animate something, they have to put a lot of movements and in their hands and stuff because it's not actually a real person. So they liven up the character by actually giving them more gestures and stuff. So she had that extra thing with her hands and her eyes, and
even when she sat down in the dress, like she was just like,
it was great. So I think she'll be good. I just think it'll be different.
Fighter or something, she can be tough. I think she's a great character actor.
She butched up at the end of that movie.
Well, I think she's a good actress. I don't know. I don't know how I can't see her topping Erica. That's my thing.
I can't think of anybody to top Erica right now. So I'm saying I say we should be patient. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, I think she's gonna do good. I just think she's gonna do her own version of it. It's not gonna be like the comics. I don't think. I think she's gonna do her own version.
No, I would say it's not gonna be like the comics because I think Zach is very respectful of source material. So I think she, whatever they give to her, I think she can execute it well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wouldn't have chose her if I was, a director. I wouldn't have even thought about her. But I wouldn't say it's a bad choice or anything. I think we should wait and see on her. I don't have like anything negative to say about it. I think she can probably execute it. So.
Okay, what do you think about Kevin Costner?
I love Kevin Costner.
I do too.
I love Kevin Costner. Ever since I saw Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I've loved Kevin Costner.
And Waterworld. A lot of people hate that movie.
I liked Waterworld. I don't know why people hated that movie.
I liked Waterworld.
Watch us get spammed with, "You guys suck!" Because Waterworld sucked!
I didn't think Waterworld... Why do people think Waterworld sucked?
I don't know. But
maybe it was the peeing scene. That's why everybody hear people complaining about it. But I really liked Waterworld. I really, really did.
I thought it was different. It was adventurous. It was
written by Joss Whedon. It was, I loved.
How can you go wrong with Josh?
I don't know.
You can't.
I think he'll do a good job.
Okay, we gotta get back to Superman. Though. We gotta get back to Superman.
Okay.
But Kevin Costner, I love Kevin Costner. He'll just do an excellent job as
I loved him since Silverado.
I love Kevin Costner. I love him. I'd love to meet him.
I love John Schneider.
I love John Schneider, but I think Kevin Costner's going to do an excellent job.
I do too.
Jonathan Kent.
I do too.
Diane Lane is playing Martha.
I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that. She's a beautiful woman, and she's going to do a great job as far as acting. Michael Shannon is playing General Zod.
He's creepy looking anyway. So.
He is. Yeah,
why you look at me like that? You think he's attractive? No, he's creepy looking.
He does have a creepy quality about him. When he was in 8 Mile, and him and Eminem, I couldn't stand him. I didn't like the movie. The movie was terrible. Being a Detroiter, from the Detroit area, I had to watch it. But he was just like, ugh, you couldn't stand him. So it would be interesting.
I'm not really familiar with Michael myself, so I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking about Callum Blue.
Yeah, he was a great Zod. So he's going to have a lot of competition because a lot of really good actors play Zod.
Yeah.
A lot of good actors
it's
play
hard
Zod.
to top the iconic Kneel Before Zod, and Superman 2.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't quote? It's like on every pop culture show, everyone has to quote, Kneel Before Zod or Kneel Before Todd, as Supernatural put it.
Yeah.
Which was so hysterical, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's... I didn't know that they would do Zod, start off with Zod with this new franchise. I don't know why Lex Luthor hasn't been announced. I'm curious and concerned.
I hated Kevin Spacey.
Well, that I didn't. I don't like the movie Lex Luthor's because they're too cartoonish to me.
Campy.
Yeah, and they're to me they remind me of like the Super Friends Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I know people. Some people said they don't want Lex Luthor to be the villain in the movie because they don't think he's formidable. Really, that if you go by the comic books, he would be formidable enough. These campy Superman movie stuff that they're doing, no, I don't see why that's such a big deal.
I was watching like it had been a while since from the time I was grown, between I was a child and grown, that I actually went back and watched the first Supermans with the first Superman movies, and Gene Hackman was terrible.
Well, you know what? A lot of
the
people,
whole plot, causing an earthquake because you want to buy land.
Yeah, I mean, but you look at it this way:
do comic book Lex. Period. That's
right. That's all
greatness.
you need.
Well, you know what? Like people had so much concern about Heath Ledger playing the Joker. I mean, the Joker has a lot of history, just like Lex does, and there are movies about Joker, TV shows with the campy Joker, and then the cartoons, and then the comic book Joker, and you didn't know which way they were going to go with the Joker. And then the same way it's kind of with Lex, and you're hoping that it's going to be
like that. But you know what? See, the thing about Lex is that Lex is evil, but he also has to be charming enough to where
he's a criminal mastermind genius.
Right.
He's not some thug who wants to go in the real estate business.
Yeah.
Like Michael Rosenbaum to me.
That is not worthy of Superman.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum was the best Lex as far as the evilness and and the mind games.
Say what you will about Smallville, because we complain about it a lot.
We do,
but they did do things right.
Right. Michael Rosenbaum was a great Lex as far as evil, and John Shea did a great job of bringing a charming Lex. So if you can get that charming aspect from John Shea and that evilness from Michael Rosenbaum and put together a great Lex Luthor, that'd be amazing.
I think the Lex Luthor.
Put him in the robot suit.
Go ahead. I think Lois, the John Shea from Lois and Clark, I think he was like a perfect Lex Luthor almost, because I mean I loved Michael Rosenbaum, I did, but he would have to be someone that you know he's bad, he's no good, but dog nabbit, he's just, it's something about him that's magnetic and that draws you to him. Lex Luthor became
I have a wrench to throw in your machine to make it die. Season 1, he was not bald, therefore not perfect. No, we've had this argument. We prefer Michael to Shea, but.
Yeah, I just think there's qualities about both of them that became a really good Lex. So to me, I would just love to see the perfect, comic book interpretation of Lex Luthor on
That's the only way Lex works. Lex only works if you do it.
Yeah, but back to my original point that I got away from. People are excited to see maybe Zod back again because they want to see Superman have a super fight. We will see if that happens.
Well, you know what? Zack Snyder, one thing he did have in Sucker Punch, and that was some
great fight
scenes. So I'm excited to see that.
So on some hand, people are like, Zod again, shouldn't you do something different? But then other people are like, I want to see a real super fight. This man has all of these superpowers, and I feel like I'm watching Batman.
Right.
He is Superman.
Right.
So let's see some action.
Right.
Anyways, tell us what you think. Tell us if you do or don't like the picks for the movie or whatever. I'm Katrina.
I'm Gina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks.
Hi, I'm Katrina from the Gorgeous Geeks, and I'm here to tell you that we have some swag for you to buy. Like good, great stuff, like this coffee mug.
And what does this say, Katrina?
It says, yesterday's science fiction is today's science facts. Ooh. Tastes like geeky. You can go out and buy cool t-shirts, like this nice cool white tank top that says Gorgeous Geek on it. You know you want it. And you can dress it up like this, or this, or this. Or even like this. I'm getting chilly. Geekiness. Or this. No, you can't see it, but it's still there. So go to thegorgeousgeeks.com and buy some swag. Go to thegorgeousgeeks.com to get other t-shirts, keychains, and other cool geeky swag that will keep you looking fly and still representing your geeky pride.